Up next on Line TV, Ava Haryu has an interesting story on violins and their impact on our very own Searcy High Orchestra. Also, breaking news on the wildfires devastating Los Angeles, California.
And me, Luke Pruitt, giving you all this week's weather updates. All that and more, Line TV starts now.
Good morning, Searcy High. Welcome back to another episode of Line TV. I'm Curtis Stevens.
And I'm Eric Crowley. Let's get started with our student announcements.
Senior yearbook ads are on sale. Buy online through Jocelyn's or with Miss Cook through February 7th. More information can be found on the school's website. Also, seniors, the 2025-26 FAFSA is now open.
The Arkansas State privately funded scholarship portal is now open. If you are a high school senior, incoming student, or a currently enrolled student, the time to apply is now. The portal is open from October 1st to February 1st each year for the upcoming academic year. More information is listed on Schoology. If you have any questions, please email privatescholarships@astate.edu for assistance.
Educators Rising will be selling chocolate bars from now until supplies run out. See any member or Miss Moat in room 213 to buy one. Cost is $1. Also, there will be an Educators Rising meeting Friday, January 17th at 7:35 a.m. in Miss Moat's room.
The Searcy Public School District will host its first Advanced Courses Parent Night on January 23rd at 6 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center. Anyone interested in finding out more about honors, concurrent, or advanced placement courses should attend.
There are many students with talent at our school.
Our reporter Ava Haryu has a story on a musician in our orchestra.
The violin is probably the best known and most widely distributed musical instrument in the world. Shyla Brand plays the violin in Searcy High Orchestra and has had multiple solos over the years. So what made her pick the violin?
There are 4 different instruments, bass, violin, cello, and viola. The violin is the smallest and it has the highest pitches. We move our fingers like this, and then we move our belt like this.
Shyla has been playing the violin since she was 10 as her family is very musically gifted. She took private lessons before she joined Southwest Middle School's orchestra, which put her above most from the start. Despite this, she didn't enjoy playing at first.
My least favorite part about playing the violin is how boring it is in the beginning because you have to learn the basic stuff first. It's just repetitive and it's just the same thing over and over.
This rough start led her to almost quitting the instrument entirely. She also has had around 7 different teachers. Her first few teachers weren't the best, and that made it very hard for her to enjoy playing the violin. Her current teacher has changed things.
My 7th teacher is really nice. Actually made sure we're together, unlike our other teachers.
This teacher has reawakened her love for the violin after all the hardships in the beginning. He gives them different music than she has previously studied, and he is currently preparing them for the Christmas concert this winter.
My favorite part about playing the violin is the different kinds of music and the way we play the music.
Despite the rough introduction to playing violin, Shyla Brand takes pride in her abilities. She believes that practice really does make perfect, and she strives to overcome all expectations and excel in her skill.
Thanks, Ava. It's nice to learn more about the unique talents of our school.
Downtown Searcy has been added to the National Registry of Historical Places. Being an addition to the list will mean better preservation of the area, and our town will be able to show off Arkansas history to the nation. It will also help restoration efforts in town to help keep our buildings standing for years to come.
39th President Jimmy Carter died last month on the 29th, with his funeral having been the 9th at the Washington National Cathedral. Carter took the Oval Office since 1977 and served for 4 years. After his presidency, Carter remained a public servant, founding the Carter Center and staying engaged with social and political issues.
Los Angeles has been under close watch as multiple wildfires have made their way into the city, burning thousands of homes, and the cost of rebuilding being estimated to upward of $14 billion. Planes have been used to shower the affected areas in a pink fire suppressant, which fire agencies say to have been invaluable to reach firefighters on the ground can't get to.
Special counsel Jack Smith said his team stood up for the rule of law as it investigated President-elect Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election, writing in a much-anticipated report released Tuesday that he stands fully behind his decision to bring criminal charges that he believes would have resulted in a conviction had voters not returned Trump to the White House. The report, arriving just days before Trump is to return to the office on January 20th, refocuses fresh attention on the Republicans' frantic but failed effort to cling to power in 2020 after he lost to Democrat Joe Biden. With the prosecution foreclosed thanks to Trump's 2024 election victory, the document is expected to be the final Justice Department chronicle of a dark chapter in American history that threatened to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power, a bedrock of democracy for centuries, and complements already released indictments and reports.
The snow might be gone, but our temperatures don't seem to be warming up anytime soon.
Let's send it over to Luke Pruitt with our weather updates.
Good morning, Searcy High. I'm here with your weekly weather updates. Today we have a 7% chance of rain, so you'll be seeing partly cloudy skies all across Searcy. 43-degree high with the sunrise at 7:15 a.m. Wind is going east-northeast at 6 miles per hour with a 74% chance of humidity. So those of you who are going on your morning walk are going to be swimming instead of walking. Tonight you'll be having a low of 26%. Clear skies, so that called moony, or we're having a moony skies tonight. Either way, still 7% chance of rain. Sunsets at 5:18 p.m., so get out your lawn chairs for that. Humidity is going up to 96%, so if you're walking home, you're going to start floating. Winds are going to west-southwest at 5 miles per hour, and I'm sure you're all manic for the almanac, so let's look at that. High of 50%, or 50 degrees rather, and a low of 15 degrees as the last 7 days. Our monthly average of precipitation is 3.58 inches with a 1.28 inch month to date. Now let's look at the 5cast. Tomorrow you'll be seeing a 54-degree high, 33-degree low, still a 7% chance of rain with sunny skies. Partly rainy skies are going to be hitting you on Friday with still a 54-degree high, a 42% degree low, and a 51% chance of rain, obviously. That's going to be going down to a 12% chance on Saturday, 48-degree high, 24-degree low, still partly cloudy. And that's going to be coming up soon as well on Sunday, Sunday, a 31-degree high, 16-degree low, and still a 7% rain. And Monday, we'll be seeing partly cloudy skies for the third time in a row, so scratch off your lottery tickets for that. We'll be seeing a 28-degree high, a 14-degree low, and a 4% chance of rain. I gotta say, I was told that we're getting another snowstorm next week, so tune in next time to see whether or not I was lied to.
Well, let's hope that he wasn't lied to, because I would like to have a little bit more snow.
Me too.
No kidding.
Anyways, all this talk of cold weather has me hungry for a hot lunch. What's on the lunch menu today, Curtis?
Today for lunch we'll be having chicken Alfredo pasta, classic cheese pizza, classic cheeseburger, fajita marinated chicken, ham and Swiss cheese sub, fresh Fuji apple, and milk.
That sounds absolutely delicious. Be sure to thank our lunch ladies for their great work.
The wild card round of the NFL playoffs has come to a close.
Let's send it over to Jordan Jones with our sports updates.
Happy Wednesday, Searcy High. Let's get started with some local sports information. Both SHS wrestling teams have events coming up that will have a huge impact on the postseason. The Lady Lions Invitational will be held on February 1st, and the Searcy Duels Tournament will be held on the 31st. Both teams also have matches coming up this Friday against Greenbrier, Jacksonville, and Paragould. With the boys looking to climb back up to the top and the girls looking for a four-peat, tensions are going to be high at every match for the boys and girls, so make sure you come out and support our Lions. The SHS boys and girls basketball teams took on Greene County Tech this past Tuesday to get their conference season started, and we will have scores and highlights for you next show. This Friday at Lion Arena, both boys and girls teams will take on Marion. The game will be free to get in for students who have their IDs on them at the entrance. These upcoming games will set the tone for the rest of the season, and we were able to catch a quick word with Quade King to ask what his thoughts were for the conference season and how he was feeling about this year.
I feel pretty good. I mean, every team in our conference this year is pretty balanced and good, but I mean, we're just young, so I think if we just get it clicking, we'll be all right. We played a really good team of Alma. They were really good, so we learned a lot from that game, and then came back with 2 wins. So we definitely learned a lot. Really, I just want to do what's best for our team, because I really need to get more rebounds, so that's what I'm focusing on.
In national news, the college football playoffs continued this weekend with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on Penn State. The game was a defensive showcase as neither teams could get their offense rolling until the fourth quarter, where Riley Leonard led his team down the field, where Mitch Jeter kicked the game-winning field goal to send the Fighting Irish to the national championship, where they will face Ohio State. Ohio State gave us another great game as they defeated the Texas Longhorns in a highly contested battle. Will Howard led the Buckeyes, throwing 24 for 33 with 289 passing yards and threw 1 touchdown. Quinn Ewers also had a great game, throwing 23 for 39 with 283 passing yards with 2 touchdowns, but ultimately could not get the job done after giving up a fumble that was recovered for a touchdown that sealed the game for Ohio State. In the NFL, the first rounds of the playoffs were played this weekend with many exciting games. The first game took place in Houston, where the Texans took on the Chargers in a mostly one-sided contest. The Chargers started off the game kicking 2 field goals to take the lead in the first 6-0. But the Texans went on a 20-0 run going into the fourth. The Chargers finally showed some life after an 86-yard touchdown pass from Justin Herbert to Ladd McConkey to get them within 2 touchdowns, but the Texans ultimately took the game away with Joe Mixon's 17-yard rush, making the final score 32-12. Another AFC playoff matchup was the Steelers, who took on the bitter rivals in the Baltimore Ravens for the 3rd time this year. The Ravens started out the game strong, going up into the half 21-0, with Lamar Jackson throwing 2 touchdown passes and Derrick Henry running for 1. The Steelers came out strong in the second half, where Russell Wilson threw a 30-yard touchdown pass to Van Jefferson to cut the lead down to 14. But Derrick Henry had other ideas, scoring off a 44-yard touchdown. The fourth quarter was a standstill between the two teams, where Baltimore came out on top 28-14. That's all the sports information I have for you today, Cersei. Now let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Jordan. Well, Cersei, we've run out of time for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Eric Crowley.
And I'm Curtis Stevens. We'll see you on Friday, Cersei.